Welcome to Gamesthetic episode 242. I'm Alex Light with Sparky3. Hopefully you are having a phenomenal day, whatever day you are listening or watching this episode. Today, we're going to be doing our top 10 favorite games of all time, and joining us back.
Man, the best part about it this week is I don't have to hear Alex explain that you're not going to be here again this week.
We have Zach here.
Why do you keep saying that every week?
I just make it known that Zach's not here, all right? You know, I like to be fair. No Zach this week.
To be fair, he shortened the explanation, but he's done it every week.
Why?
Because you're still alive with the show, brother. I want to make sure the audience knows you still are alive.
That should have just been one episode. After the one, I've been like, Zach is gone again. We'll say something when he's back, or we'll say something when he's dead.
Hey, you gotta always think about the new audience. You know, the new audience that comes in. It's like, hey, there's another guy that's here, but he's not here. He's alive in spirit.
The new audience could have just been a surprise when I come back. They've been like,
who's this guy?
Who's this guy? Why does he know everything? Why are they not addressing this?
It's like, where did he come from? There's no addressing it. What's happening?
I just
Go watch 5 years of content.
Yeah, I just decided to stop fighting the battle with him.
So I always address it. You know, like, hey, he's not here. John, how are you? You know, just it is what it is. You're still alive in spirit. That's what matters.
Also, we're only on 242.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're on 242.
Okay, I was thinking we at least said like 250.
242, and for the first time, I've made the topic for the episode.
That is true. Shout out to that. Top 10 favorite games ever.
I mean, I think John's had like one or two other episodes.
I've thrown in like partial stuff here and there, but it's like last week when we were ending the show, I kind of just
threw it out
there, and he was like, "Oh, are we doing that next week then?" I'm like, "Oh, I am."
He basically called a shot like John Cena after the Royal Rumble, where John's just like, I'm going to join the Elimination Chamber. I can do what I want. That's basically what happened last week.
It was like, you can write whatever you want. I'm doing my part of the show is me.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, well, you know, I was already going to do something similar here soon anyway, and I still am. So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Well, yeah, let's do it. Let's do top 10 favorite games ever. It's not a big deal. Hey, we got whiteboards this time now. Shout out to that.
We were supposed to have them last week, but I remembered them this time.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can see them on the screen.
Yeah, that's the big thing. We just have to make sure that we really write big. I don't know.
And also, you're probably going to hear a lot of tapping.
Yeah.
I have impulsive hits.
Well, at least for the if you listen to the full episode, you will. Because like when I have the video cut up, the video will be nice and trimmed and cut up like what I did for last week. So hopefully it won't be as bad.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you know, the in-between of writing the new numbers, like that won't be part of the video. The final cut video, you know. Just the live show. So you get the full experience with the live show. It's fine. But overall, how are we feeling today? How are we feeling? Feeling good? Good holidays? Good times?
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. I'm glad to have Zach back. Hopefully it's not a one-off. Hopefully we get you back soon. I don't know. We'll see. TBD.
More than likely a one-off for the time being.
Probably a one-off.
Alex asked for a one-off. Guess what's going to happen, everybody?
Oh, God. No, so some other things we got coming out as well is we are live on a Friday. It's a little different normal because we were all off. So we also wanted to set aside this time to do the Gamesthetic Bracket, the end-of-year bracket we do. So we are going to actually record that, and it will get posted sometime between now and the first of the year. So
and it will be a bigger surprise than the mid-year bracket.
Correct.
We goofed on that one.
Correct. We made a huge mistake because this is the first year ever in this show's history all three of us are on the same page of what the game of the year is. So Exodus 33 is not included. This is basically runner-up of the year.
And just assuming that Zach's the same way, it's game of the year by a long shot.
By a long shot.
Exactly. So the game of the year is more or less the runner-up.
It's the only game ever that people saw the Game Awards pop up and do their list of nominees and went, where's it at?
Exactly.
It's like, no one was going to be like, oh, it's going to win, or hey, there's contenders. It was just like, why is it not there?
Yeah, no, exactly. So, yeah, not going to be there. We'll record that after this show and, like I said, post in a few days. The Game of Year bracket, it's just a fun thing for the three of us to possibly just invoke some chaos. You know, we got a lot of different end-of-year stuff. You know, we did our top 10s last week, but that's our personal individual top 10s. We just closed voting on the Gamesthetic Awards. That will get posted on the 31st. That's a fan vote thing. And then the bracket is all three of us possibly invoking some chaos on what's going to win Game of the Year in that bracket. So a lot of different end-of-the-year content stuff going on. But yeah, the 31st, though, keep a lookout for the Gamesthetic Awards video with all of the winners. I will be posting that. I got to record all of the winners. I'm disappointed by some of the winners. You know, the one that we were just talking. Like, I love it, but you had a bunch of other options, people. But I love it.
It just fits the vibe. It is chaos.
It fits the vibe of what we're trying to go for.
You wanted at least one award to be the Gamesthetic Award. There you go.
Yep, that's it.
You got it.
I got it. That's for damn sure. Oh God, man, I can't wait to record that part of the episode.
I'll be honest, we got far more votes than I ever expected.
It hit about where I said. I told him privately, it's like, this is kind of where I think we're going to end. That's about where we ended. So didn't reach the point to a bet that I had with Jacob where I told Jacob that if we hit a certain number, then I will take a pie to the face on stream. We didn't hit there. Sorry, Jacob. Try again next year. We came close.
But regardless, thanks everyone who actually voted.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, no, I really appreciate that. It was really cool. It was really cool to see. Man, a lot of cool games put in for the Your Voice. It wasn't simply just, I thought I was going to get like 10 different Expedition 33s. I'm really appreciative for people not just throwing Expedition 33 in the Your Voice.
I was going to say, I feel like, because me and you talked about it, but not on the show, of we just made the decision not to put E33 there.
Yeah, I didn't put E33 there for me because it's obviously my game of the year. I've talked at nauseum at this. I want to put something else. And you were the same way. You put something else. So I think there was only actually 2 people that actually said still Expedition 33. Everyone else just put something else. And I had some weird answers in there. I'm not gonna lie. I sent you guys one of them. That one made me laugh though. Mind's Eye. I don't care to go ahead and say it here.
That's where that came from?
Yeah, it was Your Voice. And I loved their reasoning. Mind's Eye, because it's the worst game I've ever played. So it's memorable.
See, I thought that was just a random review you sent
No, that was our Your Voice award, man. So I don't care.
Absolute legend.
I don't care to reveal that here. That's funny. That cracked me up. And I'm so glad.
Like some shit I would do.
So I'm also so glad that they worded it that way, because there's another game that someone put as Your Voice where it's like historically known as one of the worst in that franchise, and a franchise I love. And all they said was put the game. So I had already planned on calling it out when I do the Your Voice part. It's like, you're lying. And then now that someone put the Mind's Eye thing plus their reasoning, I'm like, see, that's how you tell the truth. The other one is lying. That is not your favorite game of the year. You are full of it. That game is not good. It's okay if you look past the flaws of it, but it's one of the worst games in that respective franchise.
They can enjoy the game as much as they like.
I mean,
it's their voice.
It is their voice. But
so piss off, Alex.
I'm just saying. I also want to know, why did we go back to the Nintendo? In 2025. But
have you never seen Nintendo's marketing strategy?
Of course,
that's their entire plan.
I know, but man, this one's dialing it back. Like when I saw this game pop up in the Your Voice, I'm like, man, number one, you have a lot of great games in that franchise that you could hit up, past and present. You've got a lot of great games in the present hit up, and that was your pick. I respect the hustle. As far as
you're concerned, that was their first game in the series.
I'm sorry then. But either
way,
I
don't know why you're apologizing. They don't know any better. It's their first one.
That's true. Start from the bottom, work your way up. But no, again, appreciate everyone who voted. I'm looking forward to recording that video and putting it out into the world. I can't think of any other shout outs. Let me see. Do I have any other notes? No, I have no.
We have notes today?
Well, no, just notes for me. Like bracket soon, GSA winners. Every game of 2025 that I played, I'm going to be doing that soon. I'll be doing ranking on that. So keep a lookout for that sometime after the first of the year. Because I now have a couple more that I need to throw into that list. It's like currently at like 37, 38 games for me. So I'm going to rank that here in the near future. I think that's it. Just keep a lookout for all the end of your content.
On that list, are you going to mention whether you actually finished it or not?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's every game I played, finished or not. Yes, it's on there. Yeah. No, that's the idea for the video that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start doing that every year too. And it doesn't matter if it came out this year or not. Anything that I played this year new to me, is gonna be on that list.
Okay.
So, yeah. No, there's ones that I didn't finish that are gonna be a little bit higher because I'd played so much and it's still a great game. There's some that I didn't finish because I dropped it and it's at the bottom of the list for a reason. Like one example of like when I played this game, it was clear to me that, yeah, man, I just think my time of FPS games have passed. Every time I play an FPS game, they hardly ever interest me. I tried Metal Eden this year, did not care for it. It felt so bland and tasteless, and I don't know, just FPS games just don't do it for me.
Okay,
yeah,
we just gotta find you something.
Yeah, something unique.
We got to find you something.
Something that's also not a hero shooter because I gravitate to hero shooters.
Yeah, that's your problem. Is you're like I'm gonna play a shooter.
You slightly enjoyed Frag Punt like the 1 or 2 nights you played with us.
Yeah, no, I mean Frag Punk was fine. It's gonna get ranked in that list, but yeah, I got to find the right one. I don't know. FPS games just don't do it for me anymore.
Do Wild Assault.
You stop looking at multiplayer shooters for your FPS game and just pick your damn story games.
It's true.
So not Black Ops 7.
God, no. What a dumpster fire.
Hell no.
What a dumpster fire. God, dog. All right, boys, you ready to hop into our list today? How we feeling?
Yep.
All right, let's do this. So we're going to go through our top 10 favorite games of all time. We are going to be putting them on whiteboards, similar to some other shows that we are fans of here. So shout out to that. All right.
I made it clear we could have done fine never knowing what happened during that other show.
Oh, yeah. You talking about ATFS?
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and get started then. We are writing down number 10, and obviously all this inner filler context is all for the full viewers, the full audio listeners. There will be a cut up video of this. So, all right, I got mine written down whenever you guys are ready. So just let me know.
All right.
Yep, I'm good to go.
All right, top 10 favorite games of the year. Let's kick things off with number 10.
Favorite games of all time.
Yeah, all year. Thank you. Sorry, of all time. Let me rephrase that for my video's sake. What would you ask?
So we showing them all at once?
Yeah. Yes, all at once. 3, 2, 1, all at once. So, top 10 favorite games of all time. Kick things off with number 10. 3, 2, 1. Oh no! Came in at number 10 for John. So for me, I've got Conquer Live and Reloaded. This is the remake of the N64 game Conker's Bad Fur Day. I just preferred Live and Reloaded strictly for the multiplayer. This game is just a giant parody of movies, and it is hilarious, and I love the story. Anytime I can find some merch on anything, I pick it up. I've got a couple of U2's figure boxes here behind me. The multiplayer for this, though, is incredible. I played the multiplayer whenever I did not have internet, and I just had to play with the bots.
Yeah.
I don't care. I played hundreds of hours with those bots on the hardest difficulty. I would do me versus everybody on the hardest difficulty and still win. I love the multiplayer. The story is hilarious. Live and Reloaded is incredible. It's one of my favorite games ever.
So I've got Expedition 33 as my number 10 game.
Okay.
This game I could not let this game rank any higher because this game I absolutely adored this year. Far and away the best game of the year. Cannot let it be higher than number 10 though. Honestly, a reason similar to why Alex is going to be doing his top 25.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be I don't want it to be a knee-jerk hype reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that this game will because my 10 pick is kind of a 9 and 10 kind of are floater picks for me, where I have a lot of games that could slot into those positions. But I'm putting E33 here because it was far and away the best game this year. It's going to be a game I return to over and over again. And I do think it's strong enough to fit in that spot.
Nice.
My number 10 is BioShock 2. I mean, I enjoy the BioShock series just in general, but 2 itself was one that I just absolutely love. Just the whole concept of going from the random guy from 1 to one of the big daddies, our big nemesis enemy that, for the most part, during BioShock 1 until you got to the end, was sort of like, oh, I really don't want to deal with that right now. And going from the opposite of just action shooter, of being the big guy who, hey, now I'm ripping everyone apart.
Right.
Honestly, franchise I still want to get to and play at some point. I've never gotten around to it.
Fantastic franchise. Almost didn't play it because of fear.
That's right. I remember that. That's so funny.
Same, except different fear.
Yeah.
Right. All right, hopping over to number 9. 3, 2.
Wait, I gotta write it down.
I was just talking.
Oh, my bad.
Give us a buffer period.
All right, fine. Buffer period. That's going to get cut out in the final video, of course. So, not a big deal. Hey, it's the first time we've ever done a whiteboard thing. All right, live and learn. We'll figure it out. We'll knock it out. We'll get it out.
We have excuses. You don't.
Okay, I'm good.
All right, number 9. 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Age of Mythology is going to be my number 9 of the year, or of all time for me. Similar to your Conker's
Live and
pick
Reloaded,
just there, is this is a game I grew up playing. It's like this was one of the few games, like we didn't really have a PC or anything in my house very, very much. When we did have one, this is what I played. This is what I would play all day, sit down all day playing it. This is where I would load up countless matches against bots on the hardest difficulties, play it against my brother, play it against anybody that came over, really. This was, I'd say almost any PC player has their favorite RTS game. This is mine.
Okay.
Age of Mythology.
All right.
My number 9 is going to be Gears of War, the first Gears of War.
Nice.
Because this is probably the game that I would say definitely got me into shooters. Honestly, multiplayer shooters very specifically. And just overall, when the game came out, it was just its whole entire thing with the flip that was Chapter 2 with the krill, the whole story overall. Of course, it's iconic Lancers with the chainsaw. Absolutely love doing that at any opportunity. And just fell in love with the game because like this was my main initial 360 game, to the point when the 360 still, people had an actual friends list of people they would contact whenever the second generation games came out. I actually have people on my Xbox friend list going, why are you not on Gears of War 2? You're on Gears of War 1 at every single time of the day.
Right. For me, I got Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. This was actually my second GameCube game I ever got, behind Super Smash Bros. Melee. I still have the original copy in the house. And my strong introduction to the Sonic franchise. Sonic holds a very special place in my heart, just kind of growing up with it from this point forward. For me, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, I still think is, in terms of performances of the characters, like, Shadow, Sonic, the voice actors for Knuckles and all them, I still think these are some of the best performances in the franchise, as probably do a lot of people. This game is obviously not the best game in the Sonic franchise, nor it's one of the greatest games ever, but it does hold that personal, nostalgic aspect to it with the introduction of Shadow. To really, whenever I was debating on if this was going to make the top 10, I think what really set it for me was whenever I got to go, whenever I was thinking about going to that Sonic Sympathy that I went to last December, when Live and Learn came on to be like the almost finale, like the big finale, right?
Yeah.
Like they had one more last acoustic song after that. When Live and Learn came on, like that, experiencing that with just a huge crowd of Sonic fans, it further kind of put in perspective just how much this game meant to me. Just kind of growing up, I've replayed this game, oh my God, more times than I can count. And just like almost every Sonic fan, I've spent an ungodly amount of time in the Chow Garden. Please make it into a mobile game. Please make that into a mobile game. Please, I beg you.
Didn't Asian server actually get a Chow mobile game?
I think they did.
I want to say they did, because I feel like I've heard that it was a mobile game somewhere.
Right. All right, let's get the next one queued up here.
I want you to know E33 is not even on my list.
It's on mine.
It makes it into mine. Mine is my list was. You're about to see. This is my list.
I got you.
Yeah, right.
That's the idea.
Yeah, it's like this is very much my list. It's one.
We're not trying to please anybody.
No, it's one where my list came about by I've mentioned before. It was as I was thinking about it. The games had to recurringly come up in my mind when I was thinking about it.
Right. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, coming in at number 8. 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
This one for me, my number 8 is Left 4 Dead. Anyone who knows me, this should not be a surprise that this is in my top 10 of all time. Carrying over from Gears of War, in probably mid 360, Left 4 Dead came out, and I absolutely lived and breathed all Left 4 Dead. If I was at home, Left 4 Dead. I got to the point where this is probably the only game I regularly remember. I got mad at John and DS.
He wouldn't let me play with him.
because this is the only game I ever got mad at my friends for being, you're trash. which wasn't even fair, because this was like their first or second time ever playing Left 4 Dead.
First time playing the game again with the guy who had hundreds, if not 1,000+ hours in it.
So I was full sweat lord at Left 4 Dead.
That's so funny. Coming in at number 8 for me, I've got Fire Emblem 3 Houses. This is my most played Switch 1 game. I have played every route, and I've played every route at least more than once. Only a couple routes only played, twice, but like, 2 of the routes I've played, oh my God, more times than I can count. Man, I love the characters. I love the overarching story. Even going through and replaying it as many times as you have, if you've played this game, then you know how it works. The first part of the game is pretty much the same for everyone minus the characters, and the second part is where it changes. Even going through that same first part as many times as I still have a blast with it beginning to end. And then once you get over into the next part, which is more dedicated to the routes that you take, I love each of them for different reasons. I love the cast. I love the gameplay. This is a great, continued great advancement of the Fire Emblem, play style with the Tactics play style. They continue to evolve, and continue to evolve more with Engage. But this is like some of their peak of story for me as Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Force of Nature 2. This is a game that I adore. This game. It's top down like survival type game where I refer to it as like a 90-10 type game. 90% of the time you're in your base crafting, getting ready to explore, and then the other 10% of the time you're exploring the game. One of the most enjoyable playthroughs I've ever had in a game. This is one of those games where it is not a game that comes up very often, but whenever I find an excuse to talk about it, I try to, because more games like this need to be out there, because it's not just a normal like run of the mill survival game. Mm-hmm. It's got its own little like specialness to it, and I really appreciated this game.
Nice. All right.
So now we go to 7.
Yeah, let me write this up. All right. Dum, bum, bum, bum. I like the whiteboard thing we're doing so far. I think we can also use this for some other random ideas too.
Well, you want to start doing collages?
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, number 7. 3, 2, 1. I have got Mass Effect 2 for me. This is my favorite franchise of all time. Mass Effect 2, I have played an ungodly, unhealthy amount, even to the point where I've sat down and I've beat the game to pretty much everything you absolutely need to have done in a single sitting overnight for one of my friends, because Mass Effect 3 was about to come out, and somehow, some way, his file disappeared. It got deleted. Shout out to Brady. So I beat the entire game for him, beginning to end, in one night, doing everything that you need to do to lead up to the next game. I love this game. It's got one of the best final missions of all time for me. Great character interactions. It's such a wonderful step up from an already good game with Mass Effect 1 in terms of its story. Everything about this game improved on the original, and just continues to deliver time and time again. I can still play this to this day and still have a great time.
I have Tales of Xillia here. This was my introduction to the Tales series and remains, through all the ones that I've played, it remains my favorite of the series. It has dual protagonists where you play either one that you want to. It's like tons and tons of content to go through and play on it, and also perfect time if you've wanted to play it. It just got its remaster within the last couple months, so I've picked it up. Haven't played through it yet because I'm looking for that time to sit down. It's like I have other games that I'm playing through right now. I am looking forward to going back and playing this for I don't even know how many times at this point.
Right.
My number 7 is Yakuza 0. Very specifically, this is the game in the Yakuza series that actually got me back into the series. Because funny enough, I played the original Yakuza and Yakuza 2 whenever they first made it over the West. And I just thought they were one-offs, and I'd let it be. And I completely forgot that game series and everything about it until we got to what we're at today with Yakuza. And I saw 0, and I went, what happened? I was just like, I didn't even realize y'all made 3 other games. So it was a real good point to just jump back into the series, get the whole prologue or the prequel stories to 2 characters that I was already aware about without needing any context from the 3 games I had missed, or actually 4 games I had missed. And then also the confusion of being someone who played the original Yakuza 1 and 2 going, when did Majima become such a big character? Why has he got a dual protagonist role with Kiryu? He was in like 2 fights in Yakuza 1.
A lot of questions.
I was like, it opened up a box of worms, and I'm like, what happened? No, not knowledgeable at all. It became a flagship series for Sega and
True.
RGG's absolute domination of a game series.
Facts. No, the way that Yakuza's taken over the world is kind of crazy, man. Like, it's crazy.
Have you even seen like the live action stuff?
I haven't,
from
no.
the series. It is very fun and wild.
No, I haven't. All right, you guys ready?
Nope, I just stopped talking. What you asking about?
Well,
You got to give him a second.
Okay, all right.
It's like when you he only asks it when it's not him who finishes talking.
My bad. All right. Growing pains, okay?
I
All right. All right, coming in at number 6, 3, 2, 1. Is it my turn or your turn? I think it's your turn.
That's me. Yeah.
All
Coming at 6 for me is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
It's hard to like explain why it makes any list ever. There's a reason why it's heralded as like the best Zelda game. It's like this is the one I grew up playing. It was my first Zelda game. It's the one I grew up playing. It's what I compare every Zelda game to, which is unfair to a lot of them. But it is one where this is my Zelda.
Yeah, that's yours.
It's like this one is mine. Other people have been able to move on. Some people who have played all the Zeldas can look at the newer ones and appreciate them for what they are. I always fall back to here. This is my Zelda.
Nice.
My number 6 is Dead by Daylight. Why Dead by Daylight isn't 6 is just because it is an experience that I've still yet to recreate with any game. And the game has changed a lot over the years because I think it's going on. I know it's past its 10-year anniversary. And the game has changed a phenomenal amount since then and whatnot. But so it is sort of hard to say whether someone can still get the same experience I did during like day 1 of Dead by Daylight of just because it hadn't been overused yet of just the sound mechanics, using the distance projection of the heartbeats when the killers are nearby, the explosions, lights, things like that. It was just a full blown experience, especially if you were playing with headphones. Yes, you were playing through a computer, but at the same time, you were the person trying to run around and be like, oh God.
Yeah. Dead by Daylight, I remember playing it with you like in a beta weekend or something. It was a completely unique experience when it came out. Nothing like it at the time, and since then other games have tried to like recreate it
and picked up stuff, but I mean that first experience still hits very hard. I feel like people today can still get that experience from Dead by Daylight if they're new to it, despite all of the things that comes with a multiplayer game that's been around so long, but the game has also significantly changed, so I don't know if it hits as hard as it used to.
I remember also living with Diaz and him playing it for the first time, and it was one of those rare cases where you just sit back and watch a friend play a game,
Yep.
and I was dying of laughter because of how he was just approaching the game. It was so funny. So I can, as someone that has not played it, I can understand.
It was
what
a
you mean.
fully engrossing experience.
Coming in at number 6 for me is Persona 5 Royal. Kind of similar to what John was saying about Ocarina of Time. You can't really say a lot about it. I am a late bloomer to the Persona franchise. But I mean, this is a game that I have played multiple times, probably not as many as Zach at this point. But I mean, it's still a game that, the story beats are incredible every single time I play it. The turn-based mechanics are absolutely amazing, and the visuals are phenomenal. Obviously, music hits in every Persona game. There's not a lot you can say about this game that hasn't already been said, is the main thing. This game is incredible. It's worth all the praise, and absolutely should check it out. Absolutely love Persona 5 Royal. And I feel like I'm about to get asked, Alex, are you ready? No, I'm not. My bad. All right, we're learning here.
No, we weren't going to ask you because we understand you have to do a little writing.
My bad. All right, we're growing here. It's growing pains.
John and me are being respectful.
Man, it's fun when Zach's back. I got someone else to team up on you.
This is bullshit.
Just imagine if Josh was here.
Oh no, we're Jared. Oh God! All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Come at number 5. 3, 2, 1.
Huzzah!
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So my number 5 is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. This was definitely not my first GameCube game, but is the game that definitely cemented me into, oh, I'm buying GameCube stuff now.
Yeah.
And sort of ironically put me towards Nintendo stuff at the time, because I think I played through all those Sonic games that came out in the GameCube.
There's a
era.
lot.
There is a lot. And as just phenomenal game, especially for like a young 10, 12-year-old. The music hits, just the vibe of it all, the experience of getting to play all the different characters in the Sonic universe at the time. Had no clue were even characters. Even though you're going through the same amount of all the levels, still fantastic. And then the confusion of a kid of trying to figure out what the hell is Big the Cat doing.
Right.
Overall, fantastic game, and same as Alex, Chow Garden is an atrocious time sink that about 40 hours in, you go, why am I doing this?
Exactly. Coming at number 5 for me, I got Marvel's Spider-Man, the first one. I absolutely adore this game. I've played this game beginning to end, I think 5 times at this point. I love the story. I'm a massive Spider-Man fan in general. Pretty much anything Spider-Man I'm going to be a fan of. Just growing up, my favorite superhero. Still to this day, my favorite superhero. In this game, Insomniac did the characters so much justice. Spider-Man games have always been, they're fine. They're fine. It's a fine game, or it's trash. It's one of the two. This is the one that really took it to the next level, because, before this one, my favorite was Ultimate Spider-Man. But the story beats are incredible. One of the ending sequences of the game, up front, every single damn time, I will shed tears. If it pops up my TikTok feed, that certain scene, tears are being shed every single time. All the gameplay is incredible. The swinging mechanics incredible. It's like when we've talked about Spider-Man 1 or 2, one thing that I know me and you have said before about these games is that you have a great travel system where you have the option of fast travel and you never do it.
Yep.
That's these Spider-Man games. They are so much fun to play. These are one of the few games where I'm not a baby and I will play on absolutely, give me the hardest difficulty in the world, and I will play these games on because I just love it that much. I love the Spider-Man games by Insomniac.
My number 5 game is Remnant 2. Remnant 2 is actually, it's a game that I think I picked up and started playing towards the end of last year. But this is a recent game for me because most, if not all, of my time in it is this year. I've put an ungodly amount of time into this game so far, and I had played Remnant from the Ashes, which was the first game before, like earlier on, several years back. It was fine, didn't enjoy it as much. This is the game that really brought me into the Remnant franchise. This is the game that makes me. I've gone back and been playing Remnant from the Ashes now. I'm super excited for the next game to come out. This game has an unbelievable amount of content in it. They have at least, I think, 1 or 2 DLCs that are out as well. Hundreds and hundreds of hours in this game, ready to be played. It has some of the most unique gameplay style in the ways that you can alter how your gameplay is. Just whenever you want to. It is one of my favorite games of all time.
Remnant 2 is definitely a game that I say it's a perfection of a sequel, just because it took everything from Remnant of the Ashes that people really liked, altered the things that people were iffy about, and then expanded on a way for people to have continuous play. Like, unlike Remnant of the Ashes, didn't really have a whole lot of continual play after you finished that plus the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, going from 2 to 1 and then back to 2
is hard.
The level, just because it was only a few years.
Yeah,
but the amount of quality of life and the upgrades that 2 has is unbelievable.
It is
compared
absolutely
to the first
changing.
Game. It is amazing.
Nice.
And now we'll be.
I'm
on
also
to number
realizing
4.
I'm a big fan of sequels.
You do have a lot of 2s in there.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That means that means these games are just improving on the one before it. So that's good. That's what we want. We want improvement. Nothing wrong with that. It's me next, right? Kicking this one off?
Yes.
All right, cool.
All right.
Didn't ask this time. Growing. Here we go. All right, coming in at number 4. 3, 2, 1.
Speaking of sequels,
Oldest game on this list currently.
Yeah, no, definitely gonna be the oldest one on this list. I can, at least for me. We'll see what John's got cooked up.
Nope, I ain't got anything.
All right. Coming in for me is Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. This is a game that it was once asked by one of our friends that, are you looking at this through rose-tinted glasses? No, I don't, because this is actually one of the games that I actually legitimately replay pretty frequently. I think I last played it probably about a year and a half ago. Before that, a year before that. I love this game so much, dude. The story, I think, is one of the best in the Zelda franchise. I think the Wolf Link mechanic is very gimmicky as it is just it's fantastic, and I love it. The dungeons in this game, top to bottom, are all of my favorites in the franchise. I think this game knocked it out of the park with the dungeons. They're so cool aesthetically. It's got some really cool, unique items that some are kind of like, you'll never use this again, but they're really cool. The final overall sequence of the game, I think, is one of my favorites. This is my favorite Ganondorf fight. I love everything that goes into it. I love the additional characters, the Twilight Realm, everything about this game. I love. This game is absolutely incredible. My favorite Zelda in the franchise, firmly.
Alex, would you say that's the game that so push you slightly towards your small furry tendencies?
Okay, stop with that. No, there is no furry tendencies. I saw you make a finger point when I shouted out Wolf Link. There's no furry tendencies, Zach. God bless.
Well, moving on from that, we got Divinity Original Sin 2 over here. This was my introduction to Larian Studios, and this is the game that also made me a lifelong fan of Larian Studios.
It's a solid game.
One and done, big fan.
Because this game, like in a similar fashion of Remnant 2, this is a game that you can play over and over again. This has some of the best replayability, some of the best origin characters, like origin character stories. And this is also one of those games where if you enjoy playing games co-op, this is one of the most fun, or one of my favorite games of all time. And it is a game that my first experience with it was playing a co-op campaign. And it is part of what made it as memorable and special. But I have gone back and played this game since, like, outside of that. And man, it is an unbelievable game every time I play it. And I'm very excited for the next Divinity game.
So my number 4 is TMNT Turtles in Time, a Nintendo SNES beat 'em up game. This was 5-year-old me spending an ungodly amount of time playing when I wasn't supposed to, just to reach the final Shredder fight and beat him, which is, for a 5-year-old, notoriously hard. But I did it, and I put a lot of time into beat 'em ups, and it sort of led me to playing other beat 'em ups that came before and after it, and sort of also lead me towards my also love of fighting games, because Turtles punch, and then I can play games where I can just punch people.
There you go. Yeah, that's going to be the oldest one on the list. Dialing it back to Super Nintendo.
Yep.
John had the record there for a second with N64, and then me and Zach kinda with Sonic Adventure 2 being a Dreamcast game. But yeah, that one smashed.
That's why I very specifically
said
put
battle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like me. Yeah.
Because that is the difference.
Right. All right, we ready?
Yep.
All right, coming in at number 3. 3, 2, 1.
Old school RuneScape, baby.
Oh, here we go.
I've been playing old school RuneScape for 20 years, off and on, different accounts throughout the years. It is. If there is not a better definition of a comfort game for me. This is a game that I have come back to. I played this game as a kid. I've come back to it as an adult. Every time, it is the one constant game. It is the game that I will always come back to. As long as this game has servers that are up and running, I will be playing this game. I may not be playing it actively at all times, but I will always return to this, whether it be on a new account, whether it be my long running main, whatever it is. This is the game that I will always come back to.
Makes sense to me. My number 3 is going to be Tekken 5. Tekken 5 is not my first entry into the Tekken series. That actually belongs to Tekken 4 and Tekken Tag Tournament. But 5 is the one that I really cemented time into and really joined into the Tekken franchise of actually actively doing online battles, learning mechanics, things like that, all that wild stuff, and actually bothering to play the story of Tekken 5, which was that the weird one? I think it was, no, 6 was the weird one. 6 was the weird beat 'em up one, which was weird. Yeah, fantastic cast of characters, a lot of the beloved characters, a lot of new characters at that time in 5 that are 2 of them are still on the roster that came from 5. Yeah, just fantastic entry in the series.
And coming at number 3 for me, Expedition 33. You know, I know John, when he talked about it, said he wanted to keep it that low, to keep it, you know, to see, not let it have a knee-jerk reaction. You know, when I look at the stories of the games that are all in these top 6 for me, you know, this is one that to me does stand head and shoulders above some of the other ones. And this is a very personal reason. There's a story that I've been writing for a long time that one day the world will get to see. And I make some very bold choices in that story that I don't feel like a lot of other stories like to do. And Expedition 33 makes some very bold choices that I really just appreciated. And that I still really appreciate the way that it was done. This story is one of the greatest stories that I've ever had the pleasure to experience. The way they've designed everything, and you know, granted, you know, the whole reason why I'm wanting to do, you know, this top 25 of all time thing every year is because I do want to see if, like, a year from now, does this drop a few ranks or if it stays firmly at 3. You know, as of right now, for me, it is placed at number 3. This is a game that, from a gameplay standpoint, I will be more than happy to play time and time again. From a story standpoint, I will be happy to experience this time and time again. The music's incredible. Everything that John said and more. This game is truly the game of this year for sure, and one of my favorite games of all time. But, you know, we'll see if that stays. We'll see if it sticks around.
My thing I like to add on with Expedition 33 is the fact that if you don't immediately know what Alex means when you say bold choices, Expedition 33 also has one of the rare things with not all games get, is that there's plot points in some games that hit, and people actively don't want to talk about it unless you know.
Yeah, correct.
And it's a lot of games that, well, people just spoil it, but it's one of the ones that gets the respect of, like, you guys just got to play it.
Yeah, no, it you know, because we all commented on that when the game was like weeks after, people still were not talking about it, and that's a great way to kind of describe something like that, is that when you have so much respect for a writer, whether if it's in gaming, movies, shows, manga, whatever, that makes those kind of bold choices that you don't want to talk about it, right? You want to pay it respect to tell people you just need to watch things play out or read things play out. So yeah, no, that's a great way to describe it, because I mean, there are some really bold choices in that game, and that's what I think is what's going to allow it to stay so high for me going forward. Is just because I appreciate the hell out of being bold like that. I really do. All right, you guys ready? All right, coming in at number 2, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, so my number 2 is Persona 3 FES.
This is a good list here.
This is my entry into the Persona game series, and by far what made me a fan of just Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, and just in general, just because, which we commented when Reloaded came out, just out of all the Persona openings of 3 through 5, 3 is the most jerking.
True.
With the opening scene with
Facts.
Yukari sitting on her room with a gun. And you're like, what is happening? So absolutely wild entrance to the just game itself. And then just overall, for anyone who's played the original Persona 3s, you see all the mechanics that established what became the next of the Persona series in terms of like the social links, Persona Continuum, the Velvet Room that had already been expanded from 1 and 2. Just overall baseline, solid gameplay mechanics, solid gameplay, and overall, as we mentioned, Reloaded came out, so there's even a newer version of it with all the nice, healthy updates that came about. Quality enough that came from 4 and 5, plus Royal, and everyone sitting on Royal's fat ass chair.
Sorry, man. My bad, bro. I'm basic.
Fantastic game. Fantastic starting point to a series. Yeah.
Coming at number 2 for me is Red Dead Redemption 2. Man, I'll tell you what, this game and Spider-Man both, I picked both of these up and played both these at, man, the right time of my life at that time with just kind of things that were going on. And this story is absolutely incredible. This is also, like X33, one of the greatest stories I've ever had the pleasure to experience as a, let's say this, as a standalone experience, right? A standalone game. You don't have to do other stuff to play this game, whatever, to fully appreciate it. This would be the greatest story I've ever played. Because number one, you'll see what I'm saying whenever I get to number one when I say that. You know, in standalone, just play this and you're good. This is probably the greatest story I've ever played. Everything about this is incredible. The attachment that you get to Arthur and as the game progresses, the things that take place, the things that as you do future playthroughs, you actively avoid certain missions. Like, I'm going to push that one off as long as possible. You know, just all the ending beats. There are certain lines that the moment that they're said and you watch, you know, you just kind of tear up a little bit, and just watching these characters go through these hard times and the inner destruction of the gang. And I can't sing enough praise. I mean, it's deserves every bit of flowers it's ever got. This game is incredible. It's one of the greatest and most detailed worlds out there in gaming. It's a beautiful game. Everything about it. For the love of God, Rockstar, give us a current gen update, please.
For number 2 for me, I have Halo 3, which for me personally, this is the peak of Halo. This is when it reached the heights that it's been trying to attain since then. This was this is the point where this also has a bit of like nostalgia in it, because this was also the height of like the Xbox 360 times, where everybody was playing like multiplayer games felt like they were at their peak.
Yeah.
Like socially.
Yes.
But at the same time, this was the game. This was also the campaign that if you were in like your Xbox Live party or with your group of friends and you asked, "Hey, you want to play Halo 3 campaign?" There was never any other answer than yes. It was always, "Yeah, we got time for that."
Yep.
I think the only question was ever, are we doing lasso or not?
Yeah. It's like how many skulls are we putting on? What difficulty?
Yeah.
And this was just remains some of the fondest memories that I have playing games, both just by myself and with friends. This is one of the peak games of all time.
Yeah. No, to also speak on it, man, that was one that was right there about to crack in the top 10, but just like from like that personal thing with like Sonic and Conquer, it's what kind of knocked it up just a little bit for me to get those in. But man, Halo 3 is really that game. It is.
Sort of mentioning the whole social aspect of multiplayer games. It is nice to see that slightly coming back with all the games starting to use proximity chat.
Oh, yeah.
And people actively using proximity chat in a entertaining way and sociable way.
Right. No, I used to love proxy chat in Halo 3, man. That was great. that was great.
3 had proxy chat?
Yeah. Yeah, when you were online, yeah, you could hear
But
it
was pre and post game.
Okay, I knew that.
Yeah,
you could hear them in game. At least for certain game modes, you could 1000%. You could hear them in game.
And 3?
Yeah, 1000%. Because I would do a lot of shit talk.
Oh, okay.
1000%, man.
I don't remember that, but
Yeah, it was there. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, our number 1 favorite game of all time. Man, I'm excited to see what you guys got. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. All right. This is good. I like
I'm not
this.
surprised by your 2.
Yeah. No, so mine is Mass Effect 3. Let's really get it across. It's 3. I already shouted out 2. I am an avid defender of this game, and obviously people say it's a great game. But people still put 2 above it because I think a lot of people's beef still is the ending to this day. I'm in the boat that I think the ending's fine. I genuinely do. Mass Effect 3 is the ultimate buildup of everything that you've been doing from 1 to 2, all to this incredible, huge payoff in any sort of fiction, gaming, manga, shows, movies, whatever. I love big war arcs. I love the big war. I love the big climax stuff. That gets me going. I love the overall climax of this game. I love the overall, okay, we got to rally together. We have a lot of differences that we have to overcome in this game. A lot of political, kind of implications throughout the game, social implications throughout this game that we all have to come together and overcome to defeat this eradicating force that is the Reapers. Everything about this game I love with a passion. I love Priority Earth. I love the ending. The ending does not bother me. Citadel is still the best DLC I've ever played in my life. I love the Citadel DLC with all my heart and soul. Leviathan is also another piece of incredible DLC. The gameplay for this still stands up phenomenally to this day. It is not the best gameplay in the series because Andromeda, for being a dumpster fire that is another
The
way,
gameplay is really fun.
the gameplay is so damn good. But this gameplay is also really good, man. Everything about Mass Effect 3 I love with all of my heart and soul. And to really put in perspective of how much this is my number one, it is not even a debate between my 2 and 3 to 1. It is 2 and 3 are right here. 1 is so far up in the sky, it can't be touched.
So while you're saying that Mass Effect 3 is like the ultimate like payoff to like the previous two games, God of War 2018 is the ultimate love letter to the previous games that came out. This is an example of how you take a character that it was a one-dimensional, almost nothing character, expand, make him one of the most beloved characters of the modern age, but also you keep the story and you make callbacks to where they came from and what they used to be like, and do it in a way that works and is beautiful. This game shows Kratos in a new light, new journey, new part of his life, but he never forgets where he came from. He is always trying to not revert back to that, and it is beautiful. It is one where when this game came out, because it's like some people prefer Ragnarok, but the way I've always said it is Ragnarok is for fans of this game.
Yep.
This game is for fans of God of War. If you are a God of War fan, this is probably where you sit. At least this is where I sit, because Ragnarok is great, but this story hits so much harder for me personally.
Which that is a fantastic game, and just the fact that, as you mentioned, it's a fantastic game for a series that had been sort of on the lower end on spectrum in terms of people's notice, but came out and was a game that was exceptionally acceptable by people who that was their first God of War game and didn't need to know all the reference hits, but still felt something from it. But then for those like you, John, who played through all the original games and just you knew the backstory, you had memories and using those things, and just it hits harder, and was still a fantastic game.
Oh yeah.
And my number one goes to Final Fantasy X. For most Final Fantasy fans, they're gonna have a first Final Fantasy game, and for the most part, that's their favorite Final Fantasy. Mine is 10. It was my first Final Fantasy. It is also the game that really got me into RPGs. I had played some RPGs at that point in time, but Final Fantasy X is the first one where I really sat down, was really starting to comprehend the mechanics and things of what RPGs are, and experiencing them for its fullness of the game mechanics and the wildness that is 10's story in the first voice-acted Final Fantasies, as it is sort of joked on and memed about a lot.
The laugh.
By just about anyone who knows anything about RPGs.
The laugh.
That, plus there's other moments, but the laugh's the main one.
The laugh's the most famous.
I'm only at the beginning of that game, and man, it's already just everything is a meme.
Yes. It got memed hard. But this is the one that got me into RPGs just in general, because from that point on where I was just like, oh, RPG, yeah, I'm gonna play it. RPG, I'm gonna play it. RPG, I'm gonna play it. That's why I have my weird ass library of just bullshit.
Right. All right, man. Good list. Good list. That is our top 10 favorite games of all time, man. I like, for me, I knew for a fact like 1 through 7, really 1 through 8 was like hard locked. That 9 and 10, I was flexing between like 5, 6 different games. That's such a razor thin one for me.
Well, yeah, like I said, my 9 and 10 are kind of flex spots.
Yeah.
Everything else I pretty much knew was gonna be there.
Yeah.
Especially like the top 4 is like my lock in. Like
Yeah.
I don't see much flexibility there at all.
See, for me, it's kind of funny because like all of mine are like fairly locked, but in like different ways, right? Like I said, number 1, it's so far you can't see it. 2 and 3, it's like, we'll see. I need to get some more play. I want to get another fresh playthrough of Red Dead 2. I want to sit on 33 for a little bit, and then 4 and 5 are the same way. It's like, you know, and then 6, 7, and 8, it's like, you know, but like 6, 7, 8 are definitely below 4 and 5. So. Yeah, no, good list. Good list. You know, I'll be doing, like I said, my top 25 here soon. I do an annual series of it, and so definitely keep a lookout for that. We have this full video out, you know, with this edited version now, going through everything. So definitely drop your top 10 down below. Let's just talk good games. Talk your favorite games of all time for one reason or another. Is it for just personal sentiment, or is it just like a really good game? Please let us know. I want to know.
Or stand on a hill, say that a game's really good that you know people won't agree with, but stand on your hill. Die on that hill.
Die on that hill, man. If it's your game, die on that hill, brother. Please die on that hill, man. Please, please, gosh. If it's like what John said.
Yeah,
it's my list.
It's your list. I'm gonna be the one person on the internet that has Force and H2 on their list.
Right.
And you know what? I am proud to have that. I'm proud to stand there with that banner.
Cross my fingers that at least one person that's going to watch the edit video will be like, yeah, Force of Nature 2.
It's like, oh, let's go.
Hey, I look at that page. There ain't gonna be many people.
Oh, that's great. Do you like Force of Nature too? Let me know in the comments below. If you make it to the end of this video, we appreciate you. All right, boys. Good list. Good list. So in terms of topics, I didn't have anything else because obviously we're going to record the bracket after this. So do you guys have anything else you want to talk about? Anything you've been up to? Or are you ready to hit the weekly wrap up?
What you got, John?
Not really anything like new. But you know, it's just fun that I've been playing it again because I've tried to play it.
Trying to put the whiteboard away.
Yeah, I've tried to play it a couple times in the past.
This is now the ASMR part.
I am deeply trapped in Elden Ring right now.
Yeah.
You know, we're going into 2026. I finally found it.
There you go.
I finally found it. It's finally connected with me, and goddamn, do I see why people enjoy that game.
You gonna play Night Rain now?
Probably not. It's like I'm enjoying Elden. I'm really enjoying Elden Ring. I don't think I would enjoy Night Rain that much.
Okay.
Because I'm enjoying the running around, exploring aspect of it, and then like coming upon the
fights,
like the fights, and as things are kind of naturally happening.
Yeah.
More
versus just doing fights.
Yeah, more of the just going and fighting. I don't think I would enjoy that as much. But yeah, no, it's like I'm finally getting around to it. I tried it like a year or so ago, but it finally connected with me this time.
Nice.
See, I feel like Night Rain's a nice in between for people who like Monster Hunter, but not necessarily the crafting building aspect, and then also like Elden Ring. I feel like it's a nice in between there.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm also going to be curious of your thoughts on the expansion when you get there, because obviously, like all of our records are pretty hard stance of. An expansion should not be nominated for Game of the Year, but I'm curious that when you get there and kind of finish it, I'm curious if you'll have the stance of, I still believe it should not be nominated, but I can understand where people are coming from. I'm just kind of curious.
Because wasn't Erdtree sort of almost
in a
like
way.
a mini game?
Yeah, in a way,
basically a full, like almost a full size game.
That's what I remember people talking about.
Yeah.
So it was like,
that's why I'll be curious. Like we got boots on the ground now. We got boots on the ground. Somebody on the front lines. Like I'm curious your thoughts.
We'll see how long it takes me to get there.
That's
Because
true.
I'm going.
Yeah, because you have to finish Elden Ring to even get there.
And I don't know how.
you have to finish one of the paths.
I don't know what the paths are. I'm running around confused as hell right now, trying to figure out what my next step is. But I'm having a great time. I don't know where I'm supposed to go next, but whenever I find it, it'll be great.
You're supposed to go get you a maiden, side with that maiden, then go kill everyone else.
I've been doing a lot of killing. Surprisingly, I'm not dying that much.
Oh.
It's from all your Berserker Kazan.
I have gone through like a bit of a training arc this year, preparing for getting into like various Souls games and that this year. But yeah, so it's like I'm like
You got
16 hours in right now.
you had Black Myth, and then you had First Berserker Kazan, so you're solid now.
Yeah, it's like I've I don't think I've even died like maybe 20 times.
Mm.
It's like like a good portion of that's falling.
Goddamn
John's
cliffs.
ultimate enemy strikes again.
There's it's hard to judge distances in this game. I don't know where I can fall from.
God
there's like a little line, and if you cross that line, it's death.
John's ultimate enemy, man.
He
Cliffs.
crosses it
But yeah, it's
every
like-
time.
It's like I'm just having a great time. It'll take me a while to get to the end of it. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I don't see it happening quick.
It's going to
Right.
be a slow burn.
Yeah, nice. You haven't been playing much recently, have you?
Not really.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of TFT Set 16, which is actually really fun.
Oh, good.
Um,
I've been meaning to update that recently and give it a shot.
Set 16 is really fun. You're just going to be in the unfortunate thing of like most people know the quick builds
Mm-hmm.
now, so you're going to have fun with that.
Just whatever.
Because the whole thing with Set 16 is like you have your original pool of like 60 characters, but then there's a pool of 40 characters you got to unlock during the match by doing specific things.
Mhm.
So there's a pool of 100 characters. So, yeah. There's anything from like to unlock Graves, you have to have Twisted Fate with 2 items on them and have a battle, and then you get you now unlock Graves. And the only people who have Graves in their pool are those who have unlocked him. There's Bard. To unlock him, you have to reroll 4 times before the first carousel round, which a lot of people are rolling him now because he's pretty much essential for doing reroll builds. Because his thing is, if he's in battle, if you win, he just summons a character for you onto your bench.
Mhm.
If you lose, he gives you rerolls based on what level you are and what his star level is.
I guess I'm about to go update that damn League client.
I mean, it's a real fun because there's a lot of stuff there. Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of stuff. And like it's all based on the set's based on regions. So the main like region traits are Demacian, Noxus, Zon, Piltover, Void, Bilgewater, Targon. They're entertaining. So yeah. Then you have Rise, who, if you can actually build him right, is sort of overpowered, but so are any of the 7 cost characters.
Yeah.
Because you have to be level 8 and have 4 regions traits active, and then you get a Rise, and his ability gains bonuses based on what regions traits you have active.
Nice. Yeah, I've been meaning to play some TFT. Oh, now that you're talking about it, I'm getting the itch a little bit.
It's pretty fun stuff.
May have to go update it. I've kind of jumped into a couple of the new games that I've gotten the past few days, but it's so funny. Me and her we both got new games that we're still just defaulting to the one we've both been addicted to. So I'm still hard on Sandrock. I will say I have reached all of the really hype climax of the game.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so cool. It's so good. Like I've reached like the big climax stuff.
Isn't it a crafting game?
Yes, there is an overarching story.
I have no idea because I've never taken an interest in that one.
There is a constant
It is a
story.
story-based crafting game.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a story.
The gameplay loop is the building crafting stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, there is a story. I mean, there's a whole set of lore. There's a whole world and everything. There's all sorts. I mean, there's a lot of world lore. Like it's really sick. But yeah, no. I mean, I have hit the climax of the game. It is sick. We are now gearing up for the climax, and I'm just like, all right, here we go. I still have a good chunk of gameplay after the climax. It's just in terms of the major story beats. I've reached it, and I'm having a great time. I've got a lot of crafting going on right now in the house that I was getting ready for. I'm like, all right, we got all this queued up. Come back, turn on the console, we get it finished up, we keep rolling. So, been having a great time with Sandrock. Sandrock's so damn good. Lord have mercy, I can't stop playing. I'm looking forward to playing Portia. I know it's a immense downgrade. I'm aware. I've been told. You know, if you start with Sandrock and go backwards, you know.
Oh, Portia was the first one?
Yeah. So I am aware that it's going to be a learning curve. But you know what? I'm just like, all right, we can do it. I have faith. I'm looking forward to Evershine. I'm in the Pat Thea Discord. I'm seeing people talk about who's got like the early alpha for being a Kickstarter backer, and I'm like, damn, I'm jealous. I wish I knew about this game sooner. So I'm looking forward to Evershine when it comes out. It's gonna be great. All right, we're ready to go through the weekly wrap up. Finish up the live show.
We have a weekly wrap up, actually.
Yep. It's a short one, but we got it. All right, let's go through it. In a new translated interview about talking about the development of Prime 4, apparently Retro never got to fully restart the project.
Yeah.
They had to follow the original template left by Bandai Namco to some extent. So there's definitely a lot of originality from Retro, but there's still remains of Bandai's game in there. I did see someone make I read it. I'm like, as a comparison, I'm like, yeah, that's actually probably a really good comparison. Is like when you think about Retro and making all 4 Prime games, think of the first 3 Primes almost like the Lord of the Rings movies, like the original trilogy.
Okay.
And think of Prime 4 like the first Hobbit, where there was like a lot of like meddling and a lot of back and forth and a lot of changes here or there throughout the process of the movie. Kind of think about the same thing. That's kind of what Prime 4 is here. You have Retro fully handling the first 3 games, and that's why they're all unbelievable and incredible. And then there was a lot of trading hands with obviously 4. But I don't know, I just thought that was an interesting little tidbit. This is also interesting too. Ad Hoc Studio has confirmed that Dispatch will qualify for the Game Awards 2026 per a conversation they had with Jeff Keighley. But the head of Ad Hoc flat out said, "Yeah, we're qualified for the TGAs, but I don't think anybody's going to care." And honestly, I kind of agree. That's a pretty large gap. Do you think Dispatch will have any staying power to be nominated for anything next year?
It would be hard.
That's a large gap.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Why did it not qualify for this year?
Because of its episodic release, when the game
so the final release,
when it finally came out, was already the TGA cutoff point.
Gotcha.
So that's why it only got nominated for debut indie, because that's a fair thing that it could get nominated for,
Yeah.
but it couldn't legitimately get qualified for story or character or anything else.
Yeah, for an entire year, that's going to be a hard sell.
Yeah, like it's not even December to next December. It's like October-ish, November-ish to next year.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of stuff, and like next year's looking pretty good for the lineup. So yeah, I mean, I could see it still being on the list. People actually still voting for it come next November.
Yeah.
I think it's going to depend heavily. Like, I think the biggest thing that it would have going for it, it's going to depend on the performances we get in 2026.
Yeah.
'Cause I think performance is where it would stand out
definitely
the most.
shine.
Yeah. Which, we saw that this year where they didn't forget about, Troy Baker and Indy, but they also had an expansion of Indy to kind of keep it fresh in the brain.
Yeah.
I mean, Dispatch is coming out to Switch 1 and Switch 2 in January, so that's a little fresher in the brain. So I don't know, maybe there's a way they can try to keep it fresh in people's brain next year, maybe like a little update or something, Because I think you're right. I think performance is the best shot it's got.
Aaron Paul did fantastic as Robert.
Yeah.
Just the voice actors in general didn't.
Yeah, they all did great. With just a full year ahead, I don't see indie or story. I don't see it being in those categories. I just don't. I think there's going to be too much that's going to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Too big of a gap.
Could it technically qualify for soundtrack?
Yeah, it technically will qualify for everything now,
Okay.
except debut indie, since it was already nominated.
Because I feel like its soundtrack could solidly stay in there.
That's true.
It is a
Best
good
score.
soundtrack.
Yeah, no, you're actually that could be another area. Yeah, no, I could see that. No, it's just unfortunate with the timing of it. If only it came out like literally 1 to 2 weeks sooner, it could have qualified for everything this year. So at least Jeff said, "Nah, we got you," because you were a great game. Next up, 007 First Light has been delayed to May 27, 2026. This is like a 2-month delay, I think, is what it was. I think it was end of March originally. So, whatever. I think me and you talked about this. Is like, do you have any interest in that game? Me and John are both like, nope. No, none. It's one of those games that, like, again, when we've talked about it, love the game, like, IP and studio pairing. Love it.
It is going to be a fantastic speed run to watch once people get into it.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
But as far as am I excited for it, it is not a style of game that I would enjoy.
Yeah. And it's just for me, I'm not a 007 fan. It's whatever to me. And that's kind of why I don't think I got into Indiana Jones super strongly, so I'm not a big Indiana Jones fan.
If it was a 007 seduction simulator, they probably hit more fans.
Probably. God damn it.
I'm not even lying.
You're not wrong. That's the thing. Next up, Bloober Team says Nintendo their Nintendo exclusive horror game Project M will please fans of Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and Eternal Darkness.
That's a wild shot.
Eternal Darkness mentioned in 2025, folks. I loved that.
I'm looking at all the Eternal Darkness fans and going, why are we paired with them?
Right.
Have you ever played our game?
Right. They also say that the vision could only exist on Nintendo hardware. So I don't know. I'm getting vibes of like, is this actually low key an Eternal Darkness sequel because that's a Nintendo IP? Is that why the vision could only exist on Nintendo hardware? Because why did you mention Eternal Darkness?
That's such a wild game.
It's like, why did you mention them specifically? So I don't know. I mean, Bloober Team's been cooking, man. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what their final project is. Hopefully we get a reveal this year. The first COD title for Nintendo Switch 2 is set to launch in a few months per report. I was just asking about this like 2 weeks ago because they signed that 10-year deal, and I'm like, where's it at? So I guess something's coming out. Is it going to be Black Ops? We'll see. I don't know.
They need it on everything.
Hey, they signed all the contracts. All right, it's part of the court case.
When Microsoft was handing out those 10-year deals.
I know. Arc 2 is now targeting a 2028 launch. This was announced in 2020.
The fact that this is still a thing is wild. I figured this would have been canceled by now.
Right?
You think Vin Diesel's still involved at all?
Oh, yeah.
He has to be. It's been the only thing they've marketed.
Yeah. It's just him, his face just being blasted on it. No, I'm with you. I'm surprised they haven't been canceled by now, but I don't know. I mean, I think they have like a new expansion or something new for Arc 1 coming out soon or something. I saw something.
Arc and the Furious?
Yeah, Arc and the Furious. Everyone else from Fast and the Furious. You're gonna get Vin Diesel's Arc character versus the Rock's Arc character. It's gonna be great. You know, because
it's the Rock's Conan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, The Rock has this contract signed or whatever where he can't lose fights on screen, but this is a video game. This is different. So The Rock can lose a fight. All right, next up. Stardew Valley Nintendo Switch 2 edition just dropped, but there are some bugs. Concerned Ape said he is aware and he's working on fixing it. So just going to keep that in mind. There is a rumor that apparently Cyberpunk 2 will not come out till Q4 of 2030. I don't know why that's a big deal. That's a fair timeline. It's 2025.
I didn't even realize they were working on Cyberpunk 2.
Yeah.
Well, also the fact that like we're getting the entire next Witcher trilogy and that by 2030.
Yeah,
I was about to say
exactly.
because that's what I thought. I thought they were working on Witcher 4.
Yeah, no.
Well,
So
I think the idea is it's Witcher 4, Witcher 5, Cyberpunk 2, Witcher 6,
and also Witcher 1 remake.
yeah, and then there's a Witcher 1 remake in
Witcher
there.
needs it,
But that's all supposed to be within the next 5 years.
because they posted out a sort of
Timeline.
roadmap of
yeah. They're planning to get everything done in the next 5 to 6 years.
yeah.
Which, you know, me and him talked
Which is
about.
wild.
It's like, it's ambitious as hell, but like if they're just reusing the same engine and assets, I think it's possible.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, if as long as they're doing that. But yeah, ambitious as hell. Chronos, the New Dawn, is adding an easier difficulties called Temporal Diver Mode, early 2026. AK, it's the baby mode for people like me.
I don't remember what Chronos is.
It was the what's the?
I can see the cover art in my head now. A big white.
It's like a sci-fi
astronaut helmet.
horror type game, kind of like Dead Spacey.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You know, a little difficult. People don't want to play because of that. You know, people like me who's a baby. Next up, Digimon Story Time Stranger. Second DLC is going to launch in January. That's a fast launch. So maybe we're going to have all of our DLC.
They're rapid
quick.
fire in the DLCs.
So when did the first DLC come out?
Like last month?
Yeah, it's
Oh, dang.
recently. Yeah, they're rapid fire in these DLCs.
Actually, yeah, it was this month.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
you're
that was an actual release because I did see a trailer. I thought it was just a preview trailer. I didn't realize it was actual release trailer.
Yeah, no, we had the first DLC this month, and now I guess maybe even February, you may get DLC 3 or March. So at that point, I think all DLC will be done. I mean, maybe we can do our second playthrough sooner than we thought. So shout out to that.
By that time, stuff's coming out.
Facts. Dragon Quest X Online version 8.0 expansion is going to launch on June 25th, 2026 in Japan. So shout out to that. Maybe sometime over here at some point. I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
It's the Dragon Quest X Online version. It's just the
MMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's MMO. Yeah.
I'm gonna assume there's not a global server since I've never.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
no.
Maybe one day.
No.
Saturday.
No, they did the. I don't know if they ever released it or if it was.
Oh yeah, they were working on offline version.
Yeah,
right?
it was a Dragon Quest X offline mode.
Yeah, I don't know if it's ever gonna happen though. Saturday AM Battle Manga was announced for PC. So this is a fighting game. It was just a crossover of everything from like Saturday AM, which I don't know anything about. I just kind of looked into it once I saw the news and look. I don't know. The big fighting game looks cool. I want to shout out because you might be interested in it. So go look at it. Shoot in Order physical release will launch on April 23rd, 2026. And that's all I had for the weekly wrap up this week. You guys got anything?
Did you check out that game I told you?
Which one?
I think it was Total Chaos.
I haven't downloaded. I haven't played it yet, but I looked at that. I'm like, my first thought was like, why did you even want to download that? Like, that was my first thought when I looked at it.
I mean, it's called.
I was trying to be ambitious.
All right, fair enough.
It's a weird like horror type game.
Yeah, no, like I looked at the screenshots.
It's a psychological
and like,
horror game.
I'm like, why did you
Alex!
download this?
It's fucking terrible.
He finally had his Elden Ring turnaround for Bloodborne games. This may be the start of his horror game redemption.
I know.
I tried that before I got back to Elden Ring. This pushed me backwards.
Yeah. I do have a download.
I made it about 15 minutes.
What was going through your... Were you drinking that night?
I can't drink.
I know you can, but I gotta ask.
No, I was just scrolling through and I saw it was like relatively new, and I was like, maybe it's not that scary.
Backfired.
And the thing is, for a normal person, it's probably not. I noped the fuck out pretty quickly.
I could just imagine that, Alex.
Yeah.
Just go, well, that house on that hill doesn't look that scary.
Yeah, no, like I said, when I looked at the game and I downloaded it, my first thought was, why did John even try this?
Because I messaged him, I was like, hey, check this. Hey, you might want to check this game out. It's pretty freaky, and I noped the fuck out.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I pieced out pretty quick. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll download it. I'll play it at some point.
All right, how fun.
All right, Gamestetic Game of the Week. Zach, welcome back. What you got?
All right. Does anyone know what Ubisoft did before all their franchises that they've like doubled down on and nothing else matters to them anymore?
No?
No?
I don't think
Okay,
no one
cool.
does.
Let's go back to 2001. And I'm going to give you a classic PS2 game, The Legend of Alendar. So this is a actual open world RPG, actually sort of would give like an early generation version of like Dragon Age almost actually, because you aren't Alendar, by the way. You are the person getting the legacy, the Legend of Alendar, with that fancy little palm mark on his hand that brands him as, I forget what everyone call him, but everyone sees that symbol and going like, "That's strange, ma'am," or "Oh, I'm gonna kill you now." So yeah, you start as this unfortunate kid who gets this mark and now has to figure out what the hell is going on. You get to recruit allies throughout your adventure, so you get your recruitable companions, which this is 2001, everyone, so no, there's no romance options. They just hang out, kill things with you, and drink beers.
Thank you for specifying that, because people would wonder.
That's the sad part, too. Overall, as I said, this is 2001, so we're like talking early PS2 and RPG stuff. And the combat is actually pretty solid, honestly, for what it was back then. As I said, it's sort of like early Dragon Age. It is not full real-time combat, but it's pretty damn close to it in terms of just the use of magic, fighting, and things like that. I just had fuck this game.
What?
Sorry, I just remembered
What a plot twist.
I just remembered how the item management game in this, it is absolutely awful, because this is a game that if you aren't ready for it, you are going to burn through your resources, and you're going to get to a point and be like, I have no goddamn potions. I'm nowhere near a shop of any kind of sort. And if I want to go back to a shop, I got to go fight probably like 15 encounters, which I can survive, but then I got to buy enough resources, which I'm not going to have the money for, to fight another 15 to get back to this boss room. It's still a fun game, though.
That dramatic pause. Fuck this game.
Also, it has multiplayer. Someone can actually connect a second controller, plug it in, hit start, and take control of one of the companions.
Oh, well, that's pretty sick.
So yeah, overall, if you are just dying for like an old RPG that sort of has Dragon Age vibes, Legend of Alendar. Good luck finding one.
God damn blessed. All right, let's hit the music. Let's get out of here.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. It does help. Welcome to the one-off of Zach. So have fun next week with these two.
All right, yeah, do everything he said and more. And what are we doing? We're doing another thing after this, aren't we?
Yeah, we're doing the bracket.
We're doing the
but I just
bracket after
remembered, since I guess you won't be here next week, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess next week, outlooks and predictions is next week. Next week is January 3rd.
Shit.
Yeah, we gotta get ready for that.
I guess I got to get ready for that for next week, so you can look forward to some half-baked predictions. Yeah, we do these live streams. We'll be here next week. Yeah, come check us out.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot it's next week too. Yeah,
Why'd you do that to me?
My bad, man. So yeah, next week we're gonna do our most anticipated of the year, full gaming outlook of everything coming out for the year, kind of giving our thoughts on that, and then most importantly the predictions. I will do a recap next week on how we did. I did recently go through and I think tally everything on how we did this year. So if you're into that kind of thing, follow along and make sure to look out for the bracket, which
My
will be coming
predictions
out
were
soon.
terrible.
We'll talk about it. All right, have a good one. Bye.